those plants that lose their leaves are called deciduous. In order to be able to absorb light, in order for them to be able to do the process of photosynthesis, which is how plants are able to make food, they have an array of different pigments, right? The major which is chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll is what typically we see, that's what gives plants their green color, right? Now, in addition to chlorophyll, there are other pigments present, but if you compare the amount of chlorophyll, it's huge compared to the amounts of the others, okay? So those other pigments are generally masked because there's so much of the green. As we come around to fall and the length of the day changes, well, actually the length of the day and the length of the night is getting longer and longer. That is a trigger to the plant to know what time of year it is. The plant actually knows when it's spring, when it's summer, etc., by how long the day and how long the night are. So as the night gets longer, what happens is the production of that green chlorophyll pigment is reduced. And in fact, the plant kind of receives the signal that, hey, I'm moving into fall, and most of these plants, what we call deciduous plants that are going to drop their leaves, they're going to, in preparation for dropping their leaves, they're going to do a couple things. One, they're going to stop producing so much chlorophyll. I mean, that costs them energy. They aren't going to use it. That chlorophyll is going to be degraded, and then minerals and other components of the leaves are actually shipped out of the leaves back into the plant, including sugar that the plant has been producing and saving in this deciduous tree all year long, so it has to be able to make it through the winter before it drops its leaves. And so with that drop in production of chlorophyll and the degradation of chlorophyll, then you start to see some of those other pigments that were there, what are called the carotenoids, that gives the oranges and the yellows and reds. So they were there, but there was just so little of them that you couldn't really see. And so some of these colors that start to appear were there. Now there are some colors, some pigments that are produced new, and those are the pigments that give like the really dark purples, and purples and some of the really dark reds. Those are made as the plant has been making all this sugar and has been shipping it throughout the plant. Some of that last carbon before the leaf falls off, that last carbon is actually used in order to make these bright pigments that we see. And then the final transitions happen and the leaf will fall off.